The discovery. In a faraway galaxy, a council of aliens met in a large round room filled with bright screens and holograms. The room buzzed with excitement and curiosity as various alien species gathered to discuss their latest discoveries. Some aliens looked like tall trees, while others had scales that shimmered like stars. Each species had its own unique features, but they all shared a common goal: to explore the universe and learn about new worlds. At the center of the council sat Selkarn, an old historian with deep, wise eyes. He had spent his life studying the records of ancient civilizations, and today he was eager to share his findings. The room quieted as he stood up, his green skin glowing softly under the light. Esteemed members of the council, Selkarn began, his voice steady and clear. I bring you news of a distant planet known as Earth. According to ancient records, there is a species called humans who live there. However, their existence has been labeled as a myth by many. A murmur rippled through the council. Some aliens exchanged doubtful glances, while others leaned in, intrigued. One of the younger members, a bright blue alien named Naira, raised her hand. But how can we know they are real if no one has ever seen them? My father always said humans are just stories told by old creatures. Selkarn nodded thoughtfully. That is true, Naira. Many believe humans are fictional characters created by imagination. But I believe we must investigate further. What if they hold knowledge or technology that could benefit us? The council fell silent again as they pondered Selkarn's words. The atmosphere was thick with curiosity and a hint of skepticism. Finally, a tall alien with silver eyes named Froze spoke up. If we are to embark on this journey, we must be prepared. We could face unknown dangers. Selkarn agreed. Yes, we will need a skilled crew. We must be cautious but also brave. The truth about humans could change everything. After some discussion, they decided to send an expedition to Earth. The council chose a diverse team, including Naira, the young pilot who was known for her quick thinking and courage, and Kale, a seasoned engineer with a talent for fixing anything. Together, they would search for answers about the mysterious humans. The day of departure arrived. The crew boarded the sleek spaceship named the Star Explorer, a vessel built for speed and efficiency. As the ship's engines roared to life, Naira felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. She had heard stories of great adventures, but this would be her first journey into the unknown. As they traveled through the galaxy, Naira gazed out of the window, mesmerized by the swirling colors of space. Stars sparkled like diamonds, and distant planets glowed with vibrant hues. She felt a sense of wonder and adventure, eager to discover what awaited them. On the way, the crew shared stories of their species, each one more fascinating than the last. Kale talked about his home planet, where trees could walk and talk. Vroz shared tales of his people's ability to communicate with animals. But when it was Naira's turn, she hesitated. What about humans? Kale asked, sensing her unease. I've only heard whispers of them, Naira admitted. They are said to be small and fragile, but they possess incredible strength and creativity. Some say they can do things we cannot even imagine. As they continued their journey, strange signals began to appear on their screens. The signals were unlike anything they had ever seen. They pulsed and flickered, creating patterns that seemed almost like a language. Excitement filled the ship. What are those signals? Naira asked, pointing at the screen. Selkarn studied the data carefully. It could be a sign of intelligent life or a warning. We must remain cautious. Our mission is to observe, not to interfere, at least not yet. Naira nodded, her heart racing. They were getting closer to Earth, and the signals grew stronger. The crew began preparing for their arrival, reviewing their plan and discussing how to approach the unknown species. As they neared Earth, the view outside the window changed dramatically. Blue oceans and green landmasses came into focus. Naira felt a rush of excitement and fear. This was the planet of the mythical humans. Prepare for landing, Selkarn commanded, his voice firm but calm. "We must be stealthy. We do not want to frighten them." The crew worked together, their hearts beating in rhythm with the ship's engines. Naira took her place at the controls, guiding the ship down through the atmosphere. The landscape below became clearer, revealing vast forests and sprawling cities. With a gentle thud, the Star Explorer landed in a secluded area, surrounded by towering trees. Naira felt a mix of excitement and nervousness as she unbuckled her seatbelt. "We're here," she whispered, her eyes wide with anticipation. Selkarn turned to the crew, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. "Now we must find the humans and learn the truth about them. Remember, they may be just as curious about us as we are about them." With that, the crew prepared to step out of their ship and into the unknown, ready to discover what secrets Earth held and whether the legends of humans were true. Journey to Earth. As the crew of the Star Explorer gathered their supplies, a sense of excitement filled the air. Naira took a deep breath, feeling the cool breeze brush against her skin as they prepared to step out of the ship. The towering trees surrounding them seemed to whisper secrets of the planet, adding to her anticipation. "Let's go over the plan one last time," Selkarn said, gathering the crew in a circle. "We will move quietly through the forest and find a suitable place to observe the humans. Remember, we do not want to frighten them. We are here to learn, not to invade." Kale, the engineer, adjusted his tools, ready for anything they might encounter. "I'm excited to see what kind of technology they have," he said, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. "If they have created entire cities, they must have some fascinating inventions." Naira smiled at Cal's enthusiasm. "And imagine how we can help them too. Maybe they need our technology as much as we need theirs." With their spirits high, the crew set off into the dense forest. The sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves filled the air, creating a symphony of nature. Naira led the way, her senses heightened as she navigated through the thick underbrush. She was determined to make a good impression on the humans, hoping they would be as curious about her species as she was about them. As they walked deeper into the forest, the landscape began to change. The trees grew taller, and the undergrowth became thicker. Vibrant flowers bloomed in every color imaginable, painting the ground with beauty. Naira couldn't help but stop for a moment to admire a bright blue flower that seemed to glow in the sunlight. "Fascinating, isn't it?" Selkarn remarked, noticing her distraction. "Earth is filled with wonders. We must remember to document everything we find." After some time, they stumbled upon a small clearing. It was quiet and peaceful, with soft grass underfoot and a gentle breeze that made the leaves dance. Naira looked around, her heart racing. "This is a perfect spot to observe," she suggested. "We can hide behind the trees and watch for humans." The crew quickly set up their observation station. They used advanced technology to create a shield around their area, ensuring they remained hidden. Naira felt a mix of nervousness and excitement. What would the humans look like? Would they be friendly? As they settled in, Kale began calibrating a device that could pick up sounds from afar. "Let's see if we can hear any human voices," he said, fiddling with the settings. Moments later, the device buzzed to life, and the crew listened intently. At first, all they heard were the sounds of nature: birds chirping, leaves rustling, and the distant sound of water flowing. But then, faint voices reached their ears. The crew exchanged excited glances as they strained to catch the words. "Do you hear that?" Naira whispered, her heart pounding. "It's them. It's the humans." Kale adjusted the device to capture the voices more clearly. "Let's listen closely," he said, leaning forward. The crew held their breath, eager to understand the creatures who had long been thought of as myths. The voices grew louder, and soon they could make out words. "Are you sure this is the right place?" One human said, sounding unsure. "I think we should have gone to the river instead. I told you, it's more fun here." Another voice replied, filled with excitement. "We can explore the forest and see all the cool animals. The aliens exchanged looks of astonishment. They sounded just like them, curious, adventurous, and playful. Naira's heart swelled with joy. Perhaps humans were not so different from them after all. "Let's move closer," Selkarn urged softly. "We need to see them for ourselves." The crew carefully made their way to the edge of the clearing, staying hidden behind the thick foliage. Naira peeked through the leaves, her breath catching in her throat. There, just a few meters away, stood two humans, a boy and a girl, holding hands and gazing at the trees. The boy had messy brown hair and wore a bright red shirt. The girl had long blonde hair tied in a ponytail, and she wore denim shorts. They looked around in awe, pointing at the trees and laughing. "They are small," Kel whispered, a mixture of disbelief and wonder in his voice. "I expected them to be larger." "Size does not define strength," Selkarn reminded them. "They may surprise us." As the humans explored the clearing, they began to climb a nearby tree, laughing and cheering each other on. Naira felt a rush of excitement. These humans were brave and curious, just like her crew. Suddenly, the boy lost his grip and fell, landing softly on the grass. The girl gasped but quickly burst into laughter. "You're okay. That was awesome," she exclaimed, helping him up. The crew couldn't help but chuckle at their playful banter. "Look at their spirit," Naira said, her eyes shining. "They embrace adventure, just like we do. They are full of life." After some time, the humans began to gather their things, preparing to leave the clearing. Naira felt a pang of disappointment. "I want to learn more about them," she murmured. "We can follow them," Selkarn suggested. "As long as we remain discreet, we can learn about their lives and cultures." The crew nodded in agreement, excitement bubbling within them. With renewed determination, they followed the humans as they walked deeper into the forest, eager to uncover the secrets of this mythical species. Little did they know, their journey had just begun, and soon they would face challenges that would test their resolve and change their views about the legends of humanity forever. First contact. As Naira and her crew followed the two humans deeper into the forest, the surroundings began to change. The trees grew thicker, and the underbrush became more tangled. The vibrant colors of the flowers and leaves around them shifted, signaling that they were entering a different part of the forest, one full of hidden secrets. "Stay close," Selkarn whispered, keeping a watchful eye on their surroundings. "We must not lose sight of them." The humans were unaware of their audience, completely absorbed in their exploration. They jumped over fallen branches and climbed over rocks, their laughter echoing through the trees. Naira watched in awe, captivated by their carefree nature. After some time, the boy stopped near a small stream, splashing water playfully while the girl laughed, trying to dodge the droplets. "You'll get wet," she teased, her laughter ringing like music. Naira felt a warmth in her heart. These humans had such joy in their simple actions. "They are fearless," Kel remarked, glancing at Naira. "Look at how they interact with their environment. It's as if they are part of it." Suddenly, the girl spotted something moving in the bushes nearby. "Did you see that?" she exclaimed, her eyes wide with curiosity. "I think there's an animal over there." The boy turned, his excitement contagious. "Let's check it out," he said, rushing toward the bushes. Naira's heart raced as she realized they might be getting too close to their hiding spot. "Wait," Naira called softly, but it was too late. The girl reached the bushes first, pulling them aside to reveal a small, frightened creature. It was a tiny, furry animal with big eyes that stared back at her. "Aw, look at it," the girl exclaimed, kneeling down to get a better look. "It's so cute." But the creature, startled by their sudden presence, darted away into the safety of the underbrush. The boy laughed, his face lighting up with delight. "It ran away. Maybe it thought we were going to eat it." "Don't scare it next time," the girl replied, standing up and brushing off her clothes. "We should be gentle with the animals." Naira couldn't help but smile at their interaction. The humans seemed to possess a deep respect for life, even the small and timid creatures of the forest. She turned to her crew, her eyes shining with excitement. They are kind-hearted. We must show them that we are friendly too. Just as she spoke, the humans began to walk again, and Naira felt a surge of courage. Let's introduce ourselves, she suggested. This is our chance. Zelkarn hesitated, his brow furrowed. What if they panic? We need to approach them carefully. We can do it together, Kale chimed in, his voice full of enthusiasm. Imagine how amazed they will be to meet us. With a nod of agreement, the crew moved forward, stepping out from behind the trees. Naira's heart raced as they emerged into the open, their forms shimmering under the dappled sunlight. Hello, Naira called out, her voice clear and steady despite her nerves. The humans froze in surprise, turning to face the unexpected visitors. The boy's mouth dropped open, while the girl blinked in astonishment. What are you? The boy stammered, taking a cautious step back. We are explorers from a distant galaxy, Naira said, raising her hands to show she meant no harm. We come in peace. My name is Naira, and these are my friends. The girl's eyes widened, filled with a mix of fear and wonder. You're not human, she exclaimed, her voice trembling slightly. No, we are not, Zelkarn interjected gently. But we seek to understand you and your world. We mean no harm. Kale stepped forward, his excitement bubbling over. You have been labeled as mythical beings in our records, and we wish to learn about your lives, your stories, and your adventures. The humans exchanged glances, uncertainty flickering in their eyes. Are you real? The girl asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Yes, Naira replied, her heart racing with anticipation. We are real, just as you are. We have traveled across the stars to meet you. The boy took a deep breath, his fear slowly melting away. This is incredible. I can't believe we're meeting aliens. Is this some kind of prank? He laughed nervously, still trying to process the situation. The girl stepped closer, her curiosity piqued. How did you get here? What do you want from us? Naira smiled warmly, relieved that they were beginning to open up. We want to learn about you, about Earth. We are fascinated by your stories and your way of life. We believe that there is much we can share with each other. The boy looked thoughtful for a moment. Well, we're just regular kids. We go to school, hang out with friends, and play games. What do you want to know? Kale grinned, excited to bridge the gap between their worlds. Tell us everything. Your schools, your games, your technology. We want to understand your culture. As the humans began to share their stories, Naira felt a deep connection forming. They spoke of their favorite activities, their dreams for the future, and the simple joys of their daily lives. The crew listened intently, captivated by the humans' enthusiasm. Hours passed in what felt like mere moments, and Naira realized that this encounter was only the beginning. They had crossed the divide between species, sharing laughter and stories in a way that felt natural and profound. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the forest, Naira knew they had formed an unbreakable bond. The mythical beings of Earth were real, and together they would uncover the wonders of their worlds, one story at a time, a shared understanding. As dusk settled over the forest, the atmosphere buzzed with excitement and curiosity. The humans, still in awe of their newfound companions, began to share more about their lives. The glow of the setting sun cast warm colors across the group, creating an almost magical ambience. Can you show us more about your world? Naira asked, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. We've only seen a small part of it. The boy, whose name was Alex, nodded enthusiastically. Sure, we can take you to our favorite spot. It's a hidden clearing near the river where we often hang out. The girl, Mia, chimed in. You'll love it. There's a great view of the stars from there. Come on. She led the way, her excitement infectious. As they walked, Naira and her crew listened intently to the human stories. Alex talked about his school, describing how students learned about history, science, and art. "It's pretty boring sometimes," he admitted with a laugh. "But we get to do fun projects too, like building things and going on field trips." Mia shared her passion for painting and how she loved to create colorful landscapes of nature. "I want to be an artist when I grow up," she said, her eyes lighting up with passion. "I love capturing the beauty of our world." Naira and her crew exchanged glances, inspired by the humans' dreams. "You both have such incredible talents," Kale said, smiling. "We have artists in our galaxy too, but their creations are often different. I'd love to see your paintings one day." As they reached the clearing, the beauty of the scene took everyone's breath away. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the landscape. Stars twinkled like diamonds, scattered across a dark velvet cloth, creating a breathtaking backdrop. "Wow," Naira breathed, mesmerized. "It's beautiful." The group settled onto the soft grass, and Mia pulled out a small portable device. "This is a projector," she explained. "I can show you some of my art." With a few taps, colorful images illuminated the air, bringing her paintings to life. The crew watched in awe as vibrant landscapes and imaginative scenes danced before them. "This is incredible," Selkarn exclaimed. "Your art tells stories of your world." Mia smiled proudly. "Thank you. I try to capture the feelings I have when I see nature. It's like a part of me is in every piece." As the projector displayed her artwork, Naira felt a deep sense of connection forming. "In our galaxy, we express ourselves through music and storytelling," she said, sharing her own experiences. "Our stories often convey the struggles and triumphs of our people." Alex leaned forward, intrigued. "Can you tell us one of your stories?" Naira hesitated for a moment, then nodded. "Once, there was a planet facing destruction from a great storm. The people united, using their unique skills to protect their home. They built massive shields to withstand the storm and save their planet. It was a testament to their strength and resilience." The humans listened intently, their eyes wide with fascination. "That's amazing," Mia exclaimed. "It sounds like a superhero story." Kale laughed. "In a way, yes. Every culture has its heroes, those who inspire hope and courage. You both are heroes in your own lives, following your dreams and standing up for what you believe in." As the conversation flowed, the crew and the humans began to share more than just stories. They exchanged laughter, exploring their different customs and traditions. Naira learned about Earth's festivals, like birthdays and holidays, while the humans expressed their curiosity about intergalactic celebrations. "I can't believe you travel through space," Alex said, his eyes sparkling. "What's it like?" "It's exhilarating," Naira replied, her voice filled with enthusiasm. "We soar through the stars, visiting different planets and cultures. Each place has its own beauty and wonders, and we love to learn about them, just as we are learning about you." Mia's gaze turned serious. "Do you think there are others like us out there? Aliens, I mean." Naira nodded thoughtfully. "Yes, there are countless species across the universe, each with their own stories and experiences. We believe that understanding each other is the key to peace." As the night deepened, the group shared snacks, simple treats from Earth, and enjoyed each other's company under the starlit sky. Naira felt a warmth growing in her heart, realizing that this connection transcended their differences. "Can we be friends?" Maya asked suddenly, her voice hopeful. "I mean, real friends." Naira beamed. "Of course. Friends help each other learn and grow." Alex grinned, excitement bubbling over. "Let's promise to share our stories, no matter how far apart we are." With that, they formed a circle, joining hands under the vast expanse of the universe. The moment felt significant, a promise forged between worlds. Together, they would explore the wonders of life, bridging the gap between species with their shared stories and experiences. As the stars twinkled above them, Naira felt a sense of belonging. They were no longer just explorers, they were friends, united in their quest for understanding and connection. The universe was vast, but tonight, they had discovered a small piece of it together. The call to adventure. The night wore on, filled with laughter and the sharing of dreams. Under the shimmering stars, the bond between Naira, Kale, Selkarn, and the humans grew stronger. They had shared stories of hope, bravery, and creativity, but little did they know that a new challenge awaited them. As dawn approached, the peaceful atmosphere was shattered by a sudden, ominous sound, a low rumble that seemed to reverberate through the ground. The group exchanged worried glances, the joyful mood quickly replaced by unease. "What was that?" Maya asked, her voice trembling slightly. "I don't know," Naira replied, frowning. It sounded like it came from the forest. Kale stood up, his expression serious. "We should investigate. It could be a natural phenomenon, or something more concerning." The humans nodded, adrenaline coursing through their veins. "Let's go," Alex exclaimed, his bravery shining through. They quickly made their way toward the source of the sound, moving cautiously through the trees. As they approached, the rumbling grew louder, and the ground shook beneath their feet. "Look," Selkarn pointed ahead. "Smoke, it's coming from that clearing." As they emerged into the clearing, the sight that greeted them was shocking. A large mechanical vessel had landed, its metal surface gleaming ominously in the early morning light. Strange, glowing symbols covered its hull, pulsing with an eerie light. "What is that?" Mia whispered, her eyes wide with fear. "An alien ship," Naira breathed, her heart racing. "And not one we recognize. This could be a threat to your world." Before anyone could respond, a hatch on the side of the vessel opened, and figures began to emerge. Tall, slender beings with dark skin and glowing eyes stepped out, their movements smooth and deliberate. They radiated an unsettling aura, and their presence sent shivers down Naira's spine. "Stay back," Kale warned, stepping protectively in front of the humans. "We don't know their intentions." The alien beings gathered in a semicircle, their glowing eyes scanning the area. One stepped forward, its voice a deep, resonating echo. "We have come for the humans. You will surrender them to us." "What do you want with us?" Alex shouted defiantly, stepping forward. "We haven't done anything to you." "Your kind possesses knowledge that we seek," the alien replied, its tone unwavering. "You will comply or face the consequences." Naira's mind raced. She had encountered many species in her travels, but this one felt different, dangerous. "We will not let you take them," she declared, her voice strong. "Humans have the right to protect themselves." The alien leader tilted its head, seemingly amused. "You think you can protect them? You are but a small crew in a vast universe. We will take what we desire." With that, the ground shook once more as the alien beings activated their ship's defenses. Bright beams of light shot from the vessel, creating an impenetrable barrier around the clearing. Panic surged through the group. "What do we do?" Mia cried, her face pale. Naira took a deep breath, her determination solidifying. "We can't let them take you. We need to find a way to fight back." Kale nodded, his expression fierce. "We have to use the skills we all possess. Together, we can outsmart them." Selkarn surveyed the situation, his mind working rapidly. "We need to distract them, Naira, and I find a way to disable their ship." "Distract?" Alex said, his eyes narrowing in thought. "What if we create a diversion? I can use my knowledge of the forest to set up traps. They won't see it coming." Mia's face lit up with excitement. "And I can help. I know how to use the trees to hide and move quickly. We can confuse them." Naira felt a surge of pride. "That's the spirit. We'll work together. Let's combine our strengths and outwit them." As they quickly devised a plan, Naira felt a sense of hope wash over her. The humans were brave and resourceful, just like her crew. They might not have advanced technology, but their creativity and determination were powerful weapons in their own right. They began to move, each person focused on their role. Maya and Alex scouted the area, gathering materials to create distractions. Naira and Kale worked on finding a way to disable the ship's defenses, using their advanced technology to decipher the alien symbols on the vessel. The tension in the air was palpable as they put their plan into action. With every passing moment, the alien beings grew more restless, their glowing eyes scanning the area for any sign of movement. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the forest as Alex triggered a hidden trap. A series of branches and leaves that fell, creating a loud noise and momentarily stunning the aliens. "Now," Naira shouted, and she and Kale rushed toward the ship, focused on disabling its systems. As the crew worked together, the aliens began to panic, their composure breaking as they struggled to understand what was happening. The bond between Naira, Kale, Selkarn, and the humans became a source of strength, fueling their determination to protect each other. In that moment, as chaos erupted around them, Naira knew that they were more than just a crew and a group of humans. They were allies, united in their quest for freedom and understanding. Together, they would fight against the odds and defend what mattered most: their friendship, the clash of worlds. The tension hung thick in the air, filled with anticipation and fear. Naira and Kale worked feverishly to decode the alien symbols, their fingers racing across the glowing surface of the ship. The distant sounds of chaos echoed from the forest, where Alex and Mia executed their diversion tactics. They could hear the panicked shouts of the alien beings as they struggled to regain control of the situation. "Almost there," Naira whispered, sweat beading on her forehead. "If we can just disable their shields, we'll have a fighting chance." Kale nodded, his eyes focused on the symbols. "I can sense a power source just below this panel. If we can reroute it, we might be able to disrupt their defenses completely." As they worked, a loud crack echoed through the clearing. Alex and Mia had set off another trap, sending a barrage of branches and debris crashing down. The aliens, disoriented, stumbled backward, giving Naira and Kale a fleeting moment of hope. Suddenly, a piercing shriek rang out, and the alien leader stepped forward, its eyes glowing with fury. "You think you can escape? We will not be toyed with." It raised a hand, and a wave of energy surged toward the humans. "Watch out," Kale yelled, pulling Naira back just in time. The energy blast struck the ground where they had been standing, sending a shockwave that knocked them off their feet. Dust and debris filled the air, creating a haze around the clearing. "Get up. We can't let them win," Mia shouted, scrambling to her feet and pulling Alex up beside her. The group regrouped, determination etched on their faces. They couldn't let fear take hold. With a nod, Naira steeled her resolve. "Let's do this together. We have to keep them distracted while we disable their ship." As they charged forward, the aliens fired blasts of energy toward them. Alex and Mia dodged nimbly, using the trees as cover. Kale and Naira, meanwhile, focused on the alien ship. They managed to pry open the panel, revealing a series of colorful wires pulsating with energy. "There," Kale pointed. "If we cross these wires, it should disrupt their systems." Naira nodded, her heart racing as she reached for the wires. "On my count. 1, 2, 3. They crossed the wires, and the ship let out a deafening roar, its lights flickering wildly. A wave of energy surged from the vessel, creating a shockwave that sent the aliens tumbling to the ground. The barrier around the clearing flickered and dimmed, a sign that their plan was working. "Now, let's push," Naira shouted, leading the charge. As they rushed toward the alien beings, the tide began to turn. With their ship in disarray, the aliens found themselves disoriented and vulnerable. Kale and Naira fought side by side, their movements synchronized, a testament to their growing bond. Mia and Alex worked together, throwing stones and branches at the aliens, distracting them and giving Kale and Naira an opening. We can't let them regroup. Alex yelled, determination in his voice. In the chaos, one of the aliens attempted to escape toward the ship. Stop, Naira shouted, sprinting after it. She tackled the alien to the ground, her heart racing. You will not get away. Kale joined her, pinning the alien down as it struggled against their grasp. Tell us what you want, he demanded. The alien hissed in frustration, its glowing eyes narrowing. You humans are nothing but pests. You should not exist in this galaxy. We will return for you. Naira tightened her grip, her determination unwavering. You will not take us. We are more than just beings to be discarded. At that moment, the energy from the ship surged, and a loud explosion erupted from the hull. The vessel began to tremble, its systems collapsing. The remaining aliens looked around in panic, their confidence shattered. Retreat, the alien leader screamed, its voice filled with rage and disbelief. We cannot lose this battle. As the aliens began to scatter, Naira felt a surge of victory. We did it. We defended ourselves, she exclaimed, breathless from the fight. Mia and Alex rushed over, their faces flushed with excitement. We showed them what humans are made of. Mia cheered, her eyes shining with adrenaline. Kale smiled, the tension slowly fading. This is just the beginning. We've proven that we can stand together against any threat. As the dust settled, the group took a moment to catch their breath. They had faced a powerful enemy and emerged stronger, their bond solidified in the heat of battle. Each person had played a crucial role, showcasing their unique strengths and abilities. But as they looked at the wreckage of the alien ship, Naira felt a sense of foreboding. They will come back, she said, her voice serious. This is far from over. We need to prepare for what lies ahead. The humans nodded, understanding the gravity of her words. They had fought bravely, but the galaxy was vast, and dangers lurked beyond their world. Together, they would face whatever challenges awaited them. As the sun began to rise, casting a golden glow over the clearing, Naira realized that they were not just fighting for survival, they were fighting for each other. Their journey had just begun, and with their newfound alliance, they were ready to face the unknown. A new dawn. As the first light of dawn broke through the trees, Naira stood at the edge of the clearing, gazing at the remnants of the alien ship. The once menacing vessel now lay in ruins, its powerful energy dissipating into the morning air. She took a deep breath, feeling a mix of relief and anticipation. They had faced the unknown, battled for their survival, and emerged victorious. The sounds of her friends bustling around the site broke her contemplation. Mia was tending to a small fire they had built, while Alex gathered supplies. Kale was examining the remains of the alien technology, his curiosity piqued. Look at this, Kale exclaimed, holding up a shimmering fragment of metal. This could revolutionize our understanding of technology. Imagine what we could do with this. Mia turned, her brow raised. Or we could find a way to use it against them next time they show up. We need to be prepared for whatever comes next. Agreed, Naira said, joining them. We've shown that we can stand up for ourselves, but this was just one battle. We need to learn from this experience and grow stronger.